Hey everyone, welcome to Strange Antiquities. I'm so excited. This is made by the same people who made Strange Horticulture, and it does take place in the same city as Strange Horticulture. I don't know if it's officially a sequel, or whether it's a prequel, or whether they take place consecutively. I'm not sure. But I'm very, very excited. I played the demo of this on Twitch. But now I'm gonna try and play through the whole, at least one of the endings. This game, again, I'm pretty sure has multiple endings. I have avoided looking up any information about any of them because I don't want to give myself any kind of spoilers until I played it through at least one full time by myself. Afterwards, I might look up just sort of generally the steps to take to get different endings. Just so that I can experience all of them and kind of know how to get what, after I've played it one or two times. But I'm really excited. From the demo already, I really enjoyed what I was, encountering with that. And so it's very, very exciting. I can't wait to figure out more of the plot of this one as well, because that also seems really, really interesting. And one other thing that I think is cool about this game now is, and I don't actually know if this was in Strange Horticulture. If it was, I never used it. But you can have it auto-label things, so once a thing gets identified, you can have it just automatically put a label on it, which I have on for now. But I'm so excited. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop's strange antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. I pointed this out in my live stream of the demo, but the wording of rising dread there is fun, because that is a thing that is, I believe, supposed to be a reference to Strange Horticulture, because there's a thing like that in that game as well. Also, if you haven't seen it, I do have a playthrough of every ending of Strange Horticulture on this channel as well. Alright. Some of the things in this, I do already know what they are just from the demo already. I'm really curious about these three things. There's also some... Whoa. Wait. I don't know. Okay. Some things, sort of a couple of items in the cellar next door. Okay. Cool. This feels like it should be... I don't know. Okay. Exploration, map, things. Oh, whoa, wait a second. So apparently those are things you can put stuff on. Didn't really mean to do that at this exact moment, but... Alright. Okay, and then there's also this fun thing that it's a little hard to see, but yeah, it raises up this thing. I still am not sure what that does yet. Also, this amusing thing where this changes. Does this... Oh, it does do something. Wait a second. Oh, it changes the moon phase? That's kind of weird. I don't know exactly what that does. There's a spider. I can pet. This is Jupiter in this game. Hellebore was from the other one. I'm just looking to try and make sure that I'm not missing anything at first right now. I should also move that up because I think that that is something that should be part of this. I'm also gonna just put these guys over here. Okay. I might just move these here for now, just so that I can have everything be visible for now. Okay. Perfect. The spider is doing stuff now. Cool. Anyway, I love the cat so much. It's so cute. Alright. I need to, first of all, start actually interacting with customers. Alright, this is the owner. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Thank you for the confidence in my abilities. Make sure you make use of my reference materials here. Take this. Cool. I have a book now. There's an index in the back that might be useful for you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Yep. Do the candles do anything? Whoa! They do. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, under no circumstances should you seek entry into any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. I feel like I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. Also, he said the index is in the back. Okay, I did not look at this before. Is this saying what? Okay, so this is like more hints, I'm guessing. Okay, that's kind of cool that it's more than just these pieces of information. Okay. I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay, hang on. Where are we? We are... Well, actually, even before that, I want to see what happens if you visit this place, because I'm curious, okay? This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time here, but I have important work to do, and yet an hour later I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines, with a gentle purring hellebore curled in my lap. Oh my gosh! Something does happen, and I got palliance. I love palliance. Also, it looks slightly different. I feel like they've changed the lines on the petals are more defined in this version. But, oh my gosh! That is so cool. Okay, I'm so excited about that. Anyway, I should explore the other... Strange Antiquities. 29. Wine cellar next door? The proprietor, Mrs. Cranmore, I'm not sure how to say that, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Ooh, cool, unnaturals. Okay. Now I just want to call them unnaturals because it's funny. Okay. Alright, I can archive that. On thaumic fields. All thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens. A diurnal field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Okay. I will just keep that for now because I don't have a thing to do with it yet, I'm pretty sure, but that's cool. Okay. Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. He's vain. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Good! If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's spoon. Okay, this is one that I already know because it was in the demo version. So alright. Ooh. Got an achievement for that already. That's kind of cool. Okay. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, I don't actually remember this one. I think I got this one wrong several times. Shadow hold. Okay. I think it was this? Yeah, because it has the design on it. Alright. Perfect. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? Also, it's the same character from the other one. I can't remember ever seeing anything like this. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Thank you. I love letters. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old, maybe there's nothing much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. The boatyard. Yeah. Okay. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timbers covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. I almost said strange horticulture, just from habit. He takes me into the dilapidated office, where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. I love the art in this game. Apparently as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Thing! Cool. Oh my gosh. Alright. Perfect. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's so pleasing word. Okay, I don't know why he talks like that. Okay, Ossic ring. I saw that last time. Okay, these were somewhat macabre objects. Were originally made as offerings to the goddess Fortune, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their... Okay. That's it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. New things. I'm gonna move some of these around because I feel like I need space for identified things versus unidentified things, like how I do in strange horticulture. Okay, I feel like I should put the Palliance not in the shelves, because I don't know if anyone's actually gonna ask me for Palliance. I feel like that's from the other game, so I think it's kind of like a decor for me, so I'll just keep it right here with Jupiter. Jupiter can smell the flowers, quite literally. Alright, anyway. Edmund. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons on into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. Interesting. Ominous. A voice of Cernunos might help to put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Okay. I feel like this one might be one that made me get this game's version of Rising Dread in the thing. Okay. I remember which one this one was, because I remember that I thought it was weird. It's this, because it looks like his necklace upside down. Okay. I don't know if these plants are also artifacts or if they're just plants hanging out here. I'll put it with the other plant, though. Okay, there we go. End the day. Sure. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. One. waiting for a loading screen, but nope, that's on me. Okay. Yay! Cool. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay. Okay, 10 northwest. Alright. Ooh, that was another achievement, apparently. Okay. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Alright. Ominous thing. Put it with other ominous thing, in my opinion. Okay. The weather's so different. Verona! Yay, we all remember her. Oh, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. That's kind of rude. Yeah. Thank you. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. I kind of feel like based on the intro, I might not ever see him again, but sure. Also, this is Quentin. I noticed this last time in the demo, and I didn't mention this because I was focusing on something else, but the author of this is Quentin, and I wonder if that's the same Quentin that is, Quentin's elixir is named after in Strange Horticulture. Seems intentional. Alright. Sorry, I startled the kitten. Okay. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Okay. Horned shackles. Is it this one? Yep, it's this one, I think. Yeah, okay. I remember that one from the last one too, because that one felt a little misleading, because this one has horns, but the picture for it looks so much more like this thing. But yeah, it is that one. You again, hi. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Thank you. Okay. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours for the right price, of course. Okay. I feel like my desk is very cluttered. Let me put that away for now. Okay. Okay. The farm. Number 1. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Is there any significance to the spider? I don't know. Wow, that's so cool. I can change the time on the clock. This is very distracting. Okay, I'll get to that later. I'm sure that's relevant sometime. Oh, now it's going backwards. Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I bet Jupiter and Hellebore have secret meetings in the town. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road. And I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moonheart would bring her some comfort. I think I remember what that one is too, but I want to double check. Where the heck is... It's not called a moonheart, is it? It's called something else. Okay. Carved totems, known as moon hearts. Yep, I think I do know which one this is. I'm pretty sure it is this thing. Yeah! Okay. Once I get past all the things that I did during the tutorial, I know I'm gonna get so much worse at identifying all of these. Okay. Okay, a friend of mine, or should I say former friend, has been stealing jewelry from me. Rude. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Okay. Binding seed versus Zia. Okay. I'm gonna just use this. Okay. Zia. Sense of fear and paranoia. Typically have no symbol or writing made of a single material. I'm gonna try seeing if I know what that one is. But also none of these I feel like actually really fit that. It's not a single composition. It's cool. Interesting. Okay. This, wait a second. This symbol is the same as this symbol on that thing. Interesting. I don't know if that's relevant. Okay, the binding seed, though. Is that this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. They found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a libula to see us through safely. Libula are purported to offer resistance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard. Okay. Symbology. 4. Wisdom. Wisdom. I know which one this is. Right. Wisdom. Okay, perfect. This, I think, is as far as the demo got. So I'm really excited because everything from here is new, which is very, very exciting. Also, I think there are more days. In Strange Horticulture, wasn't it 16 days? Because this is 17 days. I don't know. Okay. A deep pain radiated down the side of the writer's head where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Ooh, interesting. Curious what that is then. The diverging hook. It's probably something I'll need eventually. Okay. Ooh, that's very cool. Okay. Let's see if there's something on the map that looks like this. I would say probably like something about the shapes of some building somewhere. Okay. This. Yeah. Okay. There's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out into the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Ooh, that looks like one of the elixirs from the other game. Okay. Perfect. Now we're past where I know stuff. I'm gonna put these together because I feel like that makes sense to sort of sort things. I love that this one just tracks the view. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. Okay. There we go. That I like the organization better now. Okay, Francesca, that's a new character. Good afternoon, no morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. You have a scar on your face. Interesting. Okay, I assume you've heard about Mr. Hungerford. I haven't by name, but if that's the guy who's scared in the Ravens, then I've heard of that, yes. Okay. I'm used to dealing with melodies of an occult nature, but black haze are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful and evocant will have some. Okay. We're getting to the point. Another strange horticulture reference. We're getting to the point past where I know what stuff are. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Well, there's this 1 pound thing. Nope. Okay. I kind of thought that would be way too obvious. Okay, any more hints? Stone item. That's a stone-looking item. Gemstone. Iron. Okay. Stone. Stone. But also creature. I don't think that would be correct. Let's see. Stone. Sense of touch, rough and pitted. Okay, scent. Nothing. Nothing. Hard and cool. Nothing to remark. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if there's anything about this in the back, because I feel like I should use this more. Okay. If there's anything about it, we'll see. Evocant is stone and truth. Okay. Wait a second. Actually, that must be why these exist. Hang on. Okay. It has an energy. Nothing to remark. Substance flakes off. I doubt it's this one. Yeah, that's iron anyway. Okay. No, but I can... How much does this... I get it. These are not objects. These are weights. That's lighter than a pound. This is exactly a pound? I'll try it. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. That is very cool. I've been wondering about the scale thing. I don't think that these are for sale. I think that these are tools. Alright, that can sit over there. And this thing has been identified. Alright. Okay, Jupiter. Temperance. Okay. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm. Okay. I should have some of those. Okay. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An Oshadic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Okay. Symbology. Protection has the two, those, that. Okay, protection. Anything else that might be relevant? These are very cool. Okay. I saw the thing that has the... I think I moved it because I've been moving everything around. Where is the thing that had this with the protection thing? Yeah. Ooh, I've identified 10 items already. I don't know how many items are in this game total. Alright. St. John's Anvil. Is that like St. John's Poppy, but not? Okay, there's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map. Okay, thank you. This guy has piercing eyes. Okay, there. Okay, map, cool. Let's see. Map. Map. Okay, he said it was behind the church. 4. Did he say it was behind the church? Here? Okay. Must have taken a wrong turn. This isn't where I meant to come. Okay. Cool. Who was it? I don't know. He's gone. Okay. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Oshadic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. Okay. And the ravens, very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. Don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleaston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first I would like a vesiger, whatever this is. We don't want it spreading. Okay. I'm first gonna try this again. And just see if I can find the correct place that this was talking about. Oh, I was supposed to go to the farm too. Did I never do that? No, I did already. Wait a second. Okay. I need to archive this then. Okay. So many things. Let me see. Okay. Vesiger. Vesiger? Vesiger? I don't know which one is correct, but okay. Prevent the spread of disease and pestilence among other oddities. Wait. I hope this is how I find it, if it is. Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Okay. I was like, there's probably other ways to find it, but also, that's really cool. Okay. That's so exciting. I love that. Okay. I feel like having played Strange Horticulture, I feel like I'm really able to know how clues in this game work. I'm still not sure about this. But, that makes it really helpful, because then I can just enjoy stuff. Okay. Ah. Is it this? It's oriented differently. But I think church here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. The thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye. As I reach for it, I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Whoa, these ones look so cool. I love the way these look. The leaf one, too. Oh my gosh. I like these. How crowded can I make this? Pretty crowded, apparently. Oh, it's so fun. Okay. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower. When they made a discovery, their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Ooh. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind a lock and key. Interesting. Okay. Lock house is 7. And Keystone Manor. Behind? Is this behind? Yeah, apparently. Okay, Sunday. A large, flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot, in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Locke. Ooh, interesting. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Whoa, that one looks cool too. Wait a second. I feel like I might know what that is already. Hang on. Because this... the stones are in the same shape, I think. Yeah, it's upside down, but I think that's what that is. Okay, well, the shop is still standing. Oh, you're back! That's something. To say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. Yeah, kinda. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. I thought he was gonna die. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Is that a person or a thing? That thing looks cool. Okay, anyway. Person, hi. I am not a good person. Okay. Oh, that's the person wearing the thingy that the other person that I sold them because the friend was taking the jewelry. I think that's this person. Okay. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Okay. Time to go through everything that we have. Or actually an index. Let me look at an index. Okay. Subject, Black Heart. Let me look at that. No, that's specifically a curse. Okay. Change. Just bring about change in the life. Or Labula. Word to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. Okay, that's not quite it. Fear, feeling, gemstone, guilt. What exactly was the wording of what she wanted? Banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time. Okay. Okay. Memory. Doesn't seem like that's it. That's it either. That's the thing that I already gave them. Levitation? That's surprising. Okay, I don't think that's it. Ethereal key. By moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. Okay. Don't think so. Don't think so. Pass unrecognized. Hearing. Heart chamber. that's it. Okay. Nope. Overcome personal. Okay, so it is Horn's Shackle. Even though I have already identified that, I think. I saw that at first and I was like, maybe, but then I was also like, we've already discovered that one, so maybe not. But apparently they were used already. The Ivacant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange at times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. I like the pattern on her shirt. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel. Ooh, interesting. I don't know why that's not a good idea. I'm curious now. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 Thaumic disciplines: Selenic, Dradic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wixic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Okay, that's why it's a bad idea. 6 points to represent the things. Okay. 6 points. Okay. This has 6 points, the other has 6 points. It's one of these. Bronze. Symbols. This has the protection symbol on it. I don't think it would be that. Okay, points. Nope. Okay. Points. Nope. Okay. Is there something here with 6 points? This kind of has 6 points. Points. Okay. I didn't even closely inspect that one. Wait a second. Okay, what does it closely inspecting say? There's darkness to it, as if it hold untold fears inside. That's so cool, that one. I love, the design of all these things in here is so cool. Okay. Okay, it was already old. And the power died soon after I inherited it. It's about time I replaced it. Okay. Let's see. That was actually the page right before. Perfect. Okay. Spelled interestingly. A stag thing. Nothing to remark. I feel like it's this. I don't know why. I have a feeling. Okay, I was right. I thought that was a hare or like a spirit of something. Cool, okay. perfect. Alright. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. Okay. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Okay. Okay. Producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather, or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. Okay, hang on though. Because this is actually levitating. This has feathers. That's got a bird on it. Okay, it's time to get fancy thingies out. If it's supposed to be very light. This one we already know is light. It's less than half a pound. Are you light? No, that's very heavy. Okay. I'm gonna guess it's this one because it is levitating. No. Okay, not. We're doing fun! Okay. Cool. This game's version of Rising Dread. I don't actually know if this one has a name. Okay. Bank and... Oh, I can only bank one per thing. Okay. So the stars just mean two of the same kind. I'm trying to get one more of the cats, but I keep getting those instead. Break this seal before it breaks your mind. Okay. I guess I'll... Oh, that breaks all of them. Okay. I'm kind of curious what happens if I actually do fail this. I kind of want to. Okay, click a die to lock it. I've done that already. I don't really want to with these others. I'll do that, I guess. Bank. Oh, that moves it down. Okay, interesting. I want to know what happens if I Jupiter solving. Okay. One cat. Nope. Nope. Okay, turns out I actually... No, I didn't mean to roll it. Oh well. I was gonna say. Okay. I actually did finish it. And I got an achievement for that. But I want to see what happens if I don't. I think that would be interesting. Anyway, I'll pet. Okay. Feathers. This sort of has feathers. How light is this? Also light. I don't know if those are actually feathers. Oh, they know mark. Suns are muffled. Warm. Orange gemstone. Gold. I don't know. That doesn't seem feathery enough. Okay. Nope, that's heavy. Okay, I mean, this kind of looks feathery. I don't think it's... Yeah. Let me look back at what exactly it said about it. Okay. Levitation field. Feather wings of a bird. Okay, let's see if there's anything about it back here. I'm trying to flip the page, not increase the size. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Levitation. Yeah. Things about flight or wings. I guess I could try that one because it is a feather, but then, yeah, it's not. What is this? Is this light? This doesn't seem. Hang on. Is there a symbol that means wings? Air. Triangle with line through the top. Okay. Okay, triangle with a line through the top. Maybe. I kind of doubt it, but okay. That has some other symbols on it, but I don't know. That doesn't make sense with the clue, and it's also heavier. Unless I'm forgetting or like missing something, and I don't have one of the things yet. That has the, I think, like a vinegar symbol or something. Let's see. None of these would be, because they're already identified. This is the most, I mean, the moon? But I don't know. None of these other ones seem to fit anything. Am I missing something? this one doesn't have a check mark on it, but those do. And then I tried to go back there. Okay, hang on. Let me try to go back to the farm, because that's the only thing that I think could be, like, different. Okay. Wait a second. Is it not the barn? Come to the farm. I feel like it has to be a thing that I don't have yet, though. Do I need to bring... Might be interested. Okay. Is there a different farm? Royston Farm? Oh, it's his farm. Wait a minute. Okay, that makes sense. I was not paying attention to the name of the person on it. That's why. Okay. The grin as blah, 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 blah. Okay. Lengthy negotiation asked for the amount. Okay. And the thing is, I even got that right. Plus, that is a bird. I think it has to be that then. Right? Yeah! Okay. That's exciting. Cool. Okay. I knew it had to be something that I probably didn't have yet, because nothing I had was bird-like. Okay. Perfect. I'll put that up here. Alright. Edmund again. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. It's raining again, too. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleaston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the south tower and the master bedroom. And run everything, or anything you find by me first, of course. Okay, cool. Interesting. Sure. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small tomb, small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Ooh. The plot thickens. This is such a tiny thing. Ah, okay. This is a cutout one, kind of like the other cutout ones. Okay, hang on. Let me grab this. There's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow the... What? Okay, hang on. Is that related to this? What's a map? Okay. Follow the main Mars in winter, rising in summer. Okay. Main staircase. Are these staircases? There's a small plinth. Staircase? Staircase? These are staircases. Okay. Walk past the main staircase. Turn left. Follow the thing down to the end, to the room at the left. Can I go here, or is that just... Wait a second. Staircase. hallway. Door, hallway, door. That's right. I don't know. Can I click on things in this, or is this... Do I need to go to... Okay, hang on. Castle. Here? Okay. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk, a glass jar, houses the object, in all capitals, mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Interesting. Whoa, this thing is cool. I like it. Alright, probably very deadly. Can I put books on shelves? I can have a bookshelf with a plant. Okay, this is cool. Amber. Containment. Ooh, that's what that other one is. These are so cool. Okay. Very, very cool. I'll put that away for now. And there. Okay, this we have. This thing. Okay. There's that, but I don't think... These don't, like, perfectly match up, as far as I can tell, to anything. Unless it's not supposed to match up to something on the map, but I feel like it makes more sense that it would. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time with this, but... Unless this is supposed to be in here... that might make more sense, actually. This is like the mirrored version of that. Ah. Okay, perfect! There are two maps now, that makes sense. Okay, a portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh, that's a cool statue. That statue feels like it would be in a book that I'm reading right now. Like a specific book. Okay. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Okay. Thank you. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look at it for yourself. Okay. The triangle of pine trees? Is that on the map? Triangle of pine trees. Okay. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through. Okay. That looks so cool. I love the picture. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. This is also reminding me of a book. Okay. I examined the broken tree and noticed some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. I'm sure taking them won't be a problem at all. Okay. As I just take them anyway. Alright. Squish all of them together. Perfect. Alright, this is done. Archive that. Have I archived this? Okay. I love the bookshelf thing. I want to know what those are for. I want to see if there's anything that I can find that would potentially give me a hint of what those are about. This doesn't really have a picture, which is interesting. There's a couple like that. Some of these don't have pictures at all, too, which is also interesting. That person's wearing a lot of pendants. I bet one of them is whatever this is. Maybe. I don't know. He's wearing a lot of stuff. Why does this have an X on it? Wait. Is this that? I think it might be. Okay, but why is there an X here? How many X's are there? Wait a second. Now I want to look for that. Because if there's 3, those could be something there. Wait a minute. I was kind of half joking that there would be some kind of hint about those in there, but I feel like I might be onto something. No other X's. But also I don't have all the pages. What happens if I put it on one? Wait, it did something. Whoa. I'm just gonna have that sit there for a bit. I don't know if that's doing something bad, but that's kind of interesting. Wait, if I put a random thing there, does it do anything? Oh, it does. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's nothing, actually. I'm not listening to what this guy is saying at all because I'm too distracted by that. But okay, hang on. Okay, it's been many years since I performed the rite of the red knives, but I still remember every step. I do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an... Okay. That's the one that I just looked at, right? It is that. I'm right. Okay. Cool. Yep. I was right about that. Okay. Anyway. Perfect. Cool. I make discoveries before even being asked about them. Okay. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. More references! Crossover! Woo! They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. Like what that guy is doing. The only problem is I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Okay. These items can remain bygone creatures. I know which one this is, I'm pretty sure. I think it's this one. If I fail in front of him, it will be bad, so I'm glad I got the correct one. Okay. I appreciate not having to label that. Alright. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? Yes, it is. He, she, they, it is adorable. I don't know what Jupiter is. My eyes have gone, or have completely gone now, but it's still good to know I have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but it means everything to me. Oh, that's really kind of sad, but also sweet. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know that this is the Ares Remnant, but what is the Spirit Eye and what is the difference? Ares Remnant. Induce a form of synesthesia. Okay, versus... What was the other one that she asked for? Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from Spirit Eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses I can read to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed on them. That's interesting. I feel like this is going to be a thing that determines the outcome of this, potentially. Is this a symbols book? Okay, I have several in mind that I feel like it could be that I saw. There is insanity and protection on one. And then another one that I saw had... I think those, but I feel like it might be the insanity and protection one, which is this. Is it? No? Okay. Then what about this? That's the other one I thought it could be. Okay, Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye. I feel like these option ones are gonna be ones that change my fate. Okay, those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. Okay, I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond. That seems cool. It's a small and lightweight designed to be carried discreetly and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the gloom. Okay, so a light gemstone would be. Amber. Okay. I saw... Is it a non-precious gemstone? Suns are muffled in its presence. I don't think it's that. This? Orange gemstone. Helpful. Okay. Polished. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, there was one I thought that said specifically it had amber. But it might be something I already identified. I'll try this. It is, okay. Perfect. It is strangely warm. That creature thing that was just there was very cool looking. Okay. Next. Ooh, interesting. Bend your ear to the trees, hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I need a Holgan Grim in the coming days. Okay. Holgan Grim. These eerie creations are worn by the priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth, to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, they wear it. This guy's got like a mask with horns on it. Could be that. Yep. I'm so good at this right now. Okay, the mask is an eerie item that can be worn. Yep. Got it. Cool. It has been identified. Perfect. Okay. End of the day. Day 5. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket. Ooh, interesting. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. It's very interesting. Okay. Up the stairs, left, then left again, second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay. So that's another, I'm presuming, in the castle thing. There's 2 sets of stairs. Okay. Up the stairs, left. Left again. First, second. Okay. Smells and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchens. Simmering stews and cooking pots, hard stairs make my presence conspicuous, so I lead them to it. Okay, I feel like that was not it. Okay. Let's see. Up the stairs. Left? Left again. I mean, that could be... I feel like it depends what stairs it is, because there's these stairs up here. This is the upstairs, so I feel like it would be here. Up the stairs. Left? No, that doesn't make sense. Up the stairs. Left. Left. Okay. How many stairs? Are these also stairs? These look like straight stairs, though. Okay. Left. Left. That's not. Okay. There's 2 doors there, but I don't think that's it. Okay. Also, that's the symbol for insanity, so that makes sense that that's there. Okay. Are these staircases? I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe. Up the stairs. Where's a stairs that might... If you come out here, left. Okay. If you come out here, left. Left. No, that doesn't make sense either. Okay. Okay. Left, left. Second on the right. Stairs. Left. Left. I don't know what this one is, unless it's right. These don't seem correct either. Okay. Left. Left. 1, 2. No. Okay. It's interesting that there doesn't seem to be like a recharge to exploring. There are no stairs just in the town, are there? I don't think so. None that are relevant. Okay. To the vaults. Stairs. The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. There's no handle and keyhole. Okay. Well, this is something. Hang on. Do I have anything that opens locks? We'll see. Let me see if there's anything in here about locks. like it might be bad to open it though. Like maybe it's there for a reason. I don't know. You know what? I don't actually want to open that right now. I feel like that would be a bad idea. Okay. Up the stairs. There's several places with stairs. But what has what has actual left and lefts? Or left, left, and right, I guess. These stairs. Okay, wait. Left. That could be going left. That could be going left. 1, 2. That? No. These stairs. Unless it could be here. I feel like it's somewhere around these stairs specifically. This? Oh, okay. I don't know how that really was left and left. I think I might be misunderstanding directions, but that works. Okay, the bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Okay. Ooh. Dead man's fingers. Sort of, but not. Okay. Hello. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Oh, wait, wasn't this thing like... Oh, the sound is muffled when I hold it or something? I don't know, I'm gonna try it without checking anything. Okay, I got it. I remembered it. Memory game. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Oh, I should pet you again, because you keep getting jump scared by the... Okay. Hello. I bet he's a hard man to work under. Kinda, but not too much. He helped me out more than once in the past, though. That's good. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone. Okay, I don't know what that is, but that is a cool name. Let's see. Elva stone. Elva stones can be used. Okay. Planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline. Okay, Selenic. Which is moon related. Okay. Planetary metal with moon stuff. Silver, silver, silver. Stone and stone. Cool and smooth. Nothing to remark. Ethereal log. Okay, this is also a moon thing. Gold, stone. Detailed engraving. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. I'm gonna try this one because I think it's cool. It is okay, I like that. It's really fun having more than one reference book in this game. Like, in Strange Horticulture, you just have the one book and then a few other things, but in this, you have so many things. Sorry for jump scaring you again. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Hi, again. Okay. Things. Thank you. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. I like her, she's fun. Okay, it's a bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. Okay. They'd do it all wrong anyway. She's very fun. Alright. Let's see. Pet you again. Jupiter's so cute. Okay. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. Okay, dramatic. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. Ooh, that's a good thing. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Okay. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cussack purifier and that this is a place to get one. Is that how you say that? I feel like that's probably wrong. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for full cycle of men to be cleansed of imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. It has to be this because this has vinegar on the label, because I saw that plus thing was vinegar in the other book. Yeah! Okay. I love knowing them before even having to look in the book, even though this is my first time playing through this much of it. Okay. It's you! Oh my gosh! Hi! I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? I did not know that. That's cool. It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Nice. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that you found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I did, actually. I put something on them. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. I was right, you do put something on it. Okay, and this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay, I want to know. What does it say? Alcove, horned shackle, evocant, and then there's a moon, something writing his stats and spidery, so it's not always. Wait, okay. Horned shackle. Evocant. Is it this other thing? I don't know, but this thing was the one that I put on there before, and I felt like it did something. Okay, hang on. Can I put that down there? Does it do something? No, not really. Okay, alcove key, horn shackle, evocant. I don't know what that is though. Then it's the thing, something with a plus on the bottom, but it's apparently not related to that. Okay. Moon something. I'm just gonna put the moon related things over here. Moon thing? No. Okay. Moon thing. Whoa. Okay, I think I found it. Moon thing. Wait, then where? How? What do I do with that? Let me put these away so that I make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, hang on. So the depths? Whoa! Okay, this is new. Hang on. That is the thing that changed. Okay. Oh, more tile things. Okay. Well, those are cool cup things. I feel like, is there anything else? Whoa. Okay. Is that implying that the whole room went below to a lower level? I don't know. Okay. The depths have been found, apparently. I love these cups. I'm assuming those are cups. They look like cups. There you go. Okay. Okay. Do I have anything that can go in here yet? I feel like... I want to know what that does. Okay, but this can go back now too, because it's not something that I needed. Okay. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. You did not ever... I've never seen this person before in my life. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Okay, hearing charm. I saw that. Wait, let me see actually if I can see what these might be for first. These need to complete the pattern, but I'm missing one. Okay. Anyway, hearing charm. That's what I was doing. Hearing charm. Is it called hearing charm? It is. There's no fancy... Okay, simple trinket. Their curiosity. Okay. Making it possible to eavesdrop. Take the form of animals known for their hearing. Okay. Animals known for their hearing. Bats. Bats are known for their hearing. Yep. It's gotta be that one. I love bats. Did you know that apparently bats baby talk? I went on a tour of a cave, and the scientist who was leading it told us that they had learned that the bats in there, they could tell if a bat in there had a baby, because the bat would start speaking to the baby in a higher pitched tone, the same way that humans will see a baby and go, "Oh, look at you." The bat would squeak higher if it had a baby on it. And it's really interesting. So that is super cool and super cute and random bat fact that I know. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Okay. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert. Oh, it's that person. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Ooh. The plot thickens again. I like this tracing the clue on the card thing. It's very, very interesting. Ooh, that's a very cool picture. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. That's very cool. Okay, day 7. This is gonna be a long video, but I want to do this whole game at once. The maiden in the tower. Tower, 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 tower. Tower. Galfrey's tower. 22. Galfrey's tower. Okay. I think that is the tower. So these trees? I should not have come here. Okay, that's ominous. Tower. Trees. That's a way. Trees. This doesn't seem right. Nothing here. Okay. I kind of hope that I get this again, because I want to see what the ending is. 32. The eye? Trees. I don't know. That doesn't seem right either. Okay. So this is increasing, but way less than if I get why do I want to say diagnosis? That's not what it's called. An identification. Wrong. Okay. Hospital would What is 24? The bleak stones. The maiden. These trees. My logic for that, I don't know if it's the logic that's supposed to be the logic, but apparently it was right. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around half expecting to see someone, but there is nobody there. I take my prize and leave feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay, my logic for that one, which I feel like it's a little harder to explain now because the card is gone, but she was pointing to the left, and so my logic was like, in a number line, that's less than, and so if 22 is the tower, 21 is left of that, and so that was right, apparently, and it was a forest. I have no idea if that's the logic they wanted us to use or not. I did not mean to actually click on something. That's fine. But that's really cool. I keep just jump scaring Jupiter. So sorry about that. I walked up the back mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I wouldn't like it either. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robinson earlier, and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same states as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Okay. I don't remember who that is. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. To the northern tip and row across from there, second to the left. Okay. Naylor Island. Abandoned house. To the northern tip. And row across from there. Second from the left. These 2 are like on top of each other, which is second from the left. I don't know, maybe just all of it's coming up. This was a mistake. Okay. Wait. What is... Oh, that's not even the right letter. On the lake. Oh! Second from the left. Not on it, but okay. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove... Ooh, I saw the picture. That's cool. In an alcove of the house peering out through the loose mortar and crumbling brick is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above. The opening is antler smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pull out onto the wooden floor on either side. That looks so cool. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest rusted and fused with the floor, or to the floor. It's clear that it has been there for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it all, but after a while, I notice an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice. That is cool. Okay, let's see. Voices of stuff. Let me actually see if there's anything about voice in here. No. Okay. Paranoia. Inflicting pain. The voice of this guy. Okay, used to refer to any bronze torch which submitted certain properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature. Okay, Cronus is a pagan god of the forest. Nature typically appears to man. The antlers of a stag holding a torch. Okay. Is this clay? Nope. Okay. Antlers of a stag guy. Let's see. Or not. Maybe. Let me look at that again, actually. Oh, that's the one I already found. What am I doing? Wait a minute. I was like... It's the same picture of that guy. For some reason I thought there was a second one. Okay. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh my gosh, it's cute. Watch this adorable totem be like the most evil thing in the entire shop. So, okay. Okay. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. Oh my gosh, this guy rhymes a lot. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation for your part, a leaden heart of the thematic art. That person, I love the way that person talks. I need everyone I encounter to talk like that. Okay, depict him in a non-human form. Core of lead, hidden by a more modest exterior that sends you kindle romantic interest. That's a stag guy. I don't know if this is... It is! I didn't even weigh it. I realized as I put it there I should maybe do that. Okay. Yay! New book things. Okay, cool. I love that. Perfect. Alright. Angus. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay. Ooh, that thing is cool. Wait a second. Hang on a minute. That looks... That looks like that matches. I don't know what to do with it though. I want that. I don't know what to do with that, but okay. Okay. Ah, pendant. Okay. Don't put it with the other pendants. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. I've been doing so great, actually. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or willing to talk about any farther on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days, at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Yes, I am. I'm doing so great. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. I thought he was going to ask for my palliance. I want my palliance. Anyway, Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to strive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch when it's raining. It's raining today. It's not an actual plant, is it? I want to try this, and I want to get this again. Perfect. Okay. I want to try and lose this and see what happens. Apparently if there's 2 of those ever, Jupiter messes with them to fix it. Or 3. Alright. I'm trying to lose this right now because I just want to see what happens. I want to see if it unlocks a different kind of puzzle or if it's all this. Oh, you just reset it. No! Okay, I thought there was gonna be something really interesting happening. I mean, not that that wasn't interesting, but, you know. This is going so fast now. Watch me never get a cat. There's 1 cat. Okay. A lot of cats. Okay. Perfect. Alright. I was hoping something would happen if I got it wrong. Oh well. Wasn't my intention, blah 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 blah. Okay, Scythian charm. That's the plant one. This is made out of plants. There we go. Or not made out of plants, but like has leaves in the shape of them. That was the thing that the person in the thing talked about in the, I think it was in the time between days. I don't remember who actually mentioned it. I think it was that. Alright. Francesca, I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful nether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. Oh my gosh, is this thing literally called Witch Fingers? I was making a joke about it being Dead Man's Finger. Okay, let me see what the differences with those are. This feels like another thing where this would be one of the things that changes the plot here. Okay, Witch Finger. Witch fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain. Okay, so it's like torturing someone into purification. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Good option versus restful Mether. A Mether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of Mether. I don't know what a Mether is. Oh, it's the cup. Maybe. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of conscious thought. Okay, I know what that cup is. I'm pretty sure it's this with the multi-sided one. And it has gems like the other thing. Iolite. Okay. Cool. That feels like it's probably one that affects the plot again, but that is cool. Okay. He knew what he had to do without hesitating. He took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. That's a fascinating thing that can do that. Okay. I keep forgetting that this is something that I actually have to use here. Okay. That's very cool. I am closest to the sunset, but farthest from the sunrise. Okay. The tower. On the very west, probably. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. I already solved that clue before. I feel like I probably shouldn't have been able to solve that until that, but I did. Okay. Next person. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. Okay. She never got over the death of our father. She always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. Interesting. I'm worried she's gonna do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Ooh, foreshadowing. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. I think that's the Selenic totem, is it? I'm pretty sure it was from that last person who wanted one. Yep. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Dranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Okay. Those silly sods at Calgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Is he the guy who threatened to turn into a toad? Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that I might think the local kids playing pranks. That it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebran cloak? Sure. Wait, is this not solved? Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Let me do this first, and then look at that again. Tenebran cloak. Can create a cloak. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. A stone in bronze. No, okay. Is this bronze? This doesn't look bronze. Nope. A stone in bronze. Hardened golds. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. This. But it's supposed to be a totem. Totem? This looks like wood. Okay. Okay. Totem in bronze. It doesn't have a stone in it though. Okay. Let me see about solving this first, because I'm closest to the sunset, but farthest from the sunrise. Could that be that? Because it's the farthest thing west? Lady Rosalind built the folly in memory of her husband, lost to the lake, or so the story goes. Now it stands worn and empty, overlooking the water. I checked the turret just in case. Nothing. Okay. That? There's nothing left. Okay. Unless this one, when it pointed to the thing, wants me to point to the other thing. Okay. Closest to the sunset, but farthest from the sunrise. The pit is a scorched black hole. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Let me see. Time points beyond. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue. She points due east, across Undermere and beyond. I feel like that's supposed to be that, unless there's a new thing there now. No? Okay. Is there any other kind of tower thing? Or like castle? Wait, unless it's not in that, what if it's in this? I'm closest to the sunset, but farthest from the sunrise on here. North is that way, so north, south, east, west, west would be west. Yeah, okay. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Okay. Are these chests... I don't want to use that. I did not mean to do that. Are these chests the objects, or are these chests things I'm supposed to open? Let me put this down here. Okay. Bronze with a gemstone. Tenebran cloak. This one was bronze, but it doesn't have a gemstone. No? Okay. I doubted that was it. Okay. Am I missing anything else? All thematic objects prevailed over a thematic lens. I don't think I have the lens thing. Blah 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 by a Diurnic sealed object made from silver axis. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Okay, this really feels like I'm missing. Is that a thing that I can open? open. That looks like a thing I should be able to open. Okay. What might be... Unless bronze with a gemstone. This whole thing is not bronze, but okay, there we go. Fair enough. Okay. Alright, next. You again. Hi. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. Suspicious. I keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. This thing that I tried to open before? What cupboard? Is there another cupboard hidden in a counter? There's a cupboard, but I don't... cupboard. Hidden in the counter. That feels like the thing hidden in the counter. This feels like the thing that would go in it. Okay, anyway. I didn't read what he said. Okay. In other news, I've got all something that might interest you. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs, very rare, worth a lot to someone in your line of work. I imagine all I'm asking for in return is some Valent. Okay. Valent. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing, and they're used by adventurers to help them, or by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt. Okay, I feel like this has holes in it. Weathered gold, iron. Okay, that has holes in it. This has holes in it. Warm. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Holes in it. Pitted. Unless it says something else somewhere else. No. Okay. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Holes in it. More holes in it. Okay. Stone. Rough and pitted. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. Let me put that down so I can see things. Okay. Holes in it things. A hole in it. Cool. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. I'm gonna say holes in it. Nope. see if I can get either a snake or a sun. Or not a sun, a moon. Here. Oh, I got a sun, but that's not the one I actually needed, even though that's what I said. Okay. There we go, perfect. Alright. Something that is pitted. Not pitted. What was it? Holes in it. Valent. Holes of Valent. Roughly equal in size or spacing. The used by the adventurer secures pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Help for future. Okay, you'll find it in a cupboard hidden in the counter. Okay. This kind of has holes in it, but not really. Okay. Holes in it. Equal in size and space. Yes. Okay, it is that. Okay. Cool. Perfect. I found a thing here. I'm gonna move these ones across to the not identified section. Okay. The catacombs. Ooh. This is very cool. I don't know what to do with this, but this is... Whoa. Am I gonna regret clicking on that? Okay, so I just went further and the catacombs. A strange sensation comes over me. It's not fear, although fear is mixed with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here. Ooh, this is really interesting. Just by a spirit called the Wandering Shroud. They say it invigorates. Their sentences invade. Okay. Wandering Shroud. This is a thing here. That creature looked so cool. I don't even have that yet. Wait a minute. Okay, should I guess? Or not? What seems like a shroud-like thing? I don't know. This. I'm gonna leave, actually, because I don't want to mess things up. Okay, I'll do that later. Anyway. What have you done to me? I wish I'd never come to this shop. Oh no, did I do something? I've peeled back the curtain and found a world of darkness and despair. Oh yeah, I get to a thing that sees. Yeah. My blind eyes are more open than yours have ever been. The old gods reach out through the tall stones, but we have forgotten their names and their tongue. Something stirs their slumber. They want something from us. I wish I'd never come here. And yet, I feel more alive than I have in a long time. I will let you know if I see more with the spirit eye. Thank you, and I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, this is the person that the sibling. Okay. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All those people with the pitch black eyes, but nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen to me, I'm going to take care of it myself. Okay, a Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. Okay, what's the difference between these two? We will see. Corvin's Might, sometimes called an eagle gift, is an assassin's tool. That's cool. Okay, when the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of bloody battle, and the legend of the Blood Queen was born. That is very, very cool. I like that thing. Versus... I'll actually do it through here because I don't know how many there are between them. Okay. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. Okay, I feel like the other one is way cooler, so I'm gonna have to go with that. Okay, an eagle's gift. It's got a thing in its mouth, maybe? Or I can't tell if it does or not. And then I'm looking at what she's wearing to see if that's possibly something. This is an eagle talon, I think. Yeah, okay. That is a very cool thing. Okay. I like that thing. Okay, end the day. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Ooh, dramatic. I love this. The plot is thickening again. That looks like a tombstone. I'm gonna assume that is a tombstone. Okay, which means it's shaped like that one. Okay. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Ooh, that one looks cool. All of these look cool. I can talk. But that one especially. I like it. Okay. Constance. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I need a talon. Okay, the League of the Amphossian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will mark them forever. Okay, so it's shaped like that. Huh. Okay, I thought this might be the witch's finger thing, but it might actually be this because of the, like, 2 crescent marks. Yeah, okay. I was right about that. Cool. Hi again. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? I think I did the plinths already. But that means... that means something about something. I don't know. I'll put that there. I think I did the plinths already, though. Unless there's a different plinths thing. Pet the cat again. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty realm when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Thing for nightmares, apparently. Okay. Is there a thing about nightmares in here? We will see. Just something about fear. Nightmare, sleep vessel. Sleep vessel, they help people stay awake. No, that holds the nightmares. That's a different thing. Fear, spirit eye. Say the two fears. Okay. Versus is yeah. One about the neck, these no, those instill fear. I don't want those. I want something about okay. This feels like something about the curses. The curse book. Okay. Let me try and figure out the thing about the cursed pamphlet. Is there anything hiding? Maybe the flower means I need to put a plant in there. Probably not. This looks exactly like it, though. What is this? A black gemstone. Smooth. I have nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. I feel like it needs to fit those notches is the thing. And then I also feel like I need to find... need to find the last tile as well for the thing that goes around these edges. This thing. Unless... no. Okay, I was gonna be like, if there's an actual flower in here, maybe. Okay. This has to be something. I feel like it would be something. Okay. Just looking at everything I've already tried out and identified and seeing if any of those are a thing that might go here. these seem to be correct. Okay. It has to be this. Whoa. Wait a second. It does something. I see. Okay, hang on. Okay, I have to make it fit that shape. So it's not this one, and it's not the top two. Oh my gosh. That makes sense. Okay. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Can I take... Well, now that's trapped. Can I take it out? No, not put that back. That might just be stuck forever. I don't know. Okay, I'll put it down. I know it's in there for now. Okay. Curses of nightmares. Let's see. No, don't put it there. I need that here. Okay. Black Heart, Braxis. Poison of mind. Noctic sight, those suffering from this curse speak of it in increasingly vivid nightmares. Okay. That seems like probably the one that I want. Now I will see if there's anything about that in here. Noctic sight. Moonstone Guardian. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Okay. Light pink gemstone. Blue gemstone. Wait, what is the... What does moonstone look like in this? I know what it looks like in real life, but I'm not sure in this game. Moonstone. Okay, it's the cat! I hoped it would be. I love the cat. Okay. It's so cute. Ooh. Apparently that was an achievement too. Hello. There's not much that can unsettle me. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. That can unsettle me these days. Okay. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, they came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. That does not seem good. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. Yeah, probably. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Okay. That one. one. Let's see. Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. Okay. Insanity, I know what that looks like in a symbol. But I'm seeing if there's any other... Protection would be that, and then... Just seeing if there's anything else. Oh, also this is what it means by planet metal. Okay, I was getting those without even noticing that. Okay, cool, good to know. I then need to just look for one that is something... If any of these have, like, insanity, protection from insanity around it, I'm gonna guess it's that. I feel like I'm learning another language by identifying these. Okay. Fortinance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped. Whether by exertion or by hex, they are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Cool. So we're kind of getting smooshed together. Okay. He tried to use the diverging hammer, or the diverging hook on his partner, as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Interesting. Tiny casket. Okay. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. I feel like that's going to be another one in the... Here. Cross. Cross. Neighbor with cross. More cross. Lots of cross. Anyway, I think actually, I feel like I've gotten halfway through this. I'm gonna pet Jupiter again because Jupiter's adorable. But I have been playing this for almost 3 hours now, and I think I'm going to end this here so that I can continue the rest in another video. And just so this isn't like a 6-hour video, because this is a very long game, especially the first time I'm playing through it, because I really don't have any idea about anything. I've tried to avoid spoilers at all, and I'm also trying to avoid using any hints, because I really don't want to have to try to cheat. So it's just me trying to figure out everything the whole time, and so it's taking a little while. But I love this game so much already. I'm so invested in the plot and everything. But I am going to leave this here for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!